Hey, what is up everyone? Matt Goldberg here from Surplus Trader Secrets, the guy that loves to buy and sell and buy and sell. And what I'm going to speak to you guys today about is how I made £600 in under 1 hour, sat in a cafe, and how you guys can do it too. And hopefully some of you guys that watch this are some of the new members to this group. There's been loads of new members joining in the last few weeks, which is fantastic. I love it when more and more people join, and that's great because it shows that people are curious about the surplus inventory industry, and people are beginning to realise how easy it can be to make money in this business, whether it's on the side of your existing job or on the side of a business that you already run. This surplus inventory industry is such a great industry now to get involved in, especially with the internet, because there's a lot of companies now who are very present on the internet and who hold inventory in a warehouse. So there's a lot of opportunities for us guys. So what I'm going to explain to you in detail is about a little deal that I did a few days ago. And I was actually sitting in a cafe in my hometown here in Harrogate. I do sometimes sit in the cafe with my laptop, finding surplus inventory. So I'm sitting in a cafe on my laptop, searching for surplus inventory from various companies. And instead of being sat in an office, I'll just sit in a cafe, and it's nice and relaxing, and you know, it's a nice thing to do, sitting in a cafe, drinking a coffee, eating a little piece of cake. And so what I did was I was searching for my chosen industry a few days ago. I was concentrating on the food industry. Now, the food industry, guys, I highly recommend. It's a great, huge industry to find surplus inventory. Doesn't matter what type of food. It could be ambient food. Ambient means dry goods. It means non-frozen goods, basically. So, you know, you can look for ambient goods, like you'd see on the in the supermarkets on the shelves. Or it could be catering type ambient food that catering supplies, which are supplied to the leisure industry, like cafes, hotels, restaurants. So it's like stuff in bulk. So you can also look for frozen goods as well, frozen foods, another massive industry. But I was looking for ambient food products, and I actually dialed into a specific area of the food industry, which was actually food ingredients. Now again, this is a little trick here, because you know, I'm deep diving into parts of the food industry that not a lot of people are actually looking at. So I was looking for products that are basically food ingredients. This is stuff that goes into food manufacturing. And obviously a lot of people are looking for finished related food products, you know, finished retail food products or catering products. But I was taking a step back in the food chain, and I was looking for actual things that go into the manufacturing process in the food industry. And that is a great market. That is a great area to look for surplus inventory. Things that are used in food manufacturing. And believe it or not, there's buyers out there for this type of surplus inventory. you go and look for surplus inventory of, you know, ingredients and things in your house, in your cupboards, in your fridge, in your freezer. If you look at food products in your house, look at the packaging and look at all the ingredients that are used to make that product. Okay, that is a huge marketplace to look for surplus inventory. But believe me, it's a massive industry, and if you can find surplus inventory of food ingredients, things that are used to make in the manufacturing process, that is a huge market that I highly recommend. And I do quite a bit of business with food ingredients. So anyway, let's go back to me sitting in a cafe a few days ago. So I was looking for companies that supply food ingredients, food related products that are used in manufacturing process, and I was just emailing companies, introducing my company, like you can do yourself. So I was offered, I got an email several minutes after I sent some emails, and I was offered some desiccated coconut. Okay, if you don't know what desiccated coconut is, Google it. It's basically tiny little bits of coconut, like little tiny bits of coconut, like almost grated. It's almost like dry grated coconut. I was offered 3,000 kilograms, which is 3 tons of desiccated coconut, packed in 25 kilogram sacks. Okay, now if you're offered that kind of thing, you might think, crikey, who's going to buy that? I mean, you know, it's something where you're thinking, oh, I don't know anything about this type of product. Like, can I make money out of this? Trust me, you can make money out of this. So if you think about desiccated coconut, who uses that kind of product? Well, obviously, the most obvious place is the bakery industry. Bakeries use desiccated coconut in lots of different bakery products, clearly. You know, they add that into, you know, cakes and buns and desserts, and, you know, even savoury products. Maybe ready meals they might add it into. You know, like Indian maybe, or Thai related products. It's a big ingredient that people use, desiccated coconut, but mainly for bakeries. Okay, so I was offered 3,000 kilograms. I'm thinking straight away, okay, there's an opportunity here. And obviously they email me all the details and photos. And so what am I going to do when I get offered that inventory? I've now got to find a buyer for that inventory, that I can connect with the seller and try and earn my finder's fee. So I've obviously got my existing contacts, which, by the way, you have access to if you get into my coaching program. Whenever you find any surplus inventory, I can put your buyers, I can put your supply, I can put your offer, I need to put my teeth back in, I can put your surplus inventory offer in front of my buyer contacts. Okay, thousands of them I've got. So there's a few places that I can offer that bulk desiccated coconut to. I can offer that to bakery contacts of mine. So, you know, large bakery contacts who are buying in ingredients into their bakeries to use in their manufacturing process. Or I can offer them to actual traders, actual trading contacts who basically sell to that industry. They sell to the catering industry or the, you know, the bakery industry. So I can use contacts who are basically, they are in the business of they deal in surplus inventory of food ingredients. To me, that is a great shortcut for me. It's quick and it's easy, so I don't have to go and find a direct buyer, you know, like a bakery or some manufacturer who uses this product. I can find a trading contact, a trader contact, who is basically all they specialize in is buying you know, catering products or food ingredient products. They are traders of that type of products. They just buy and sell that type of products. They are like in the, you know, they're looking for surplus inventory of food ingredients. So I'm just gonna, as a finder, buy that, find that type of product and just put that in front of a trader who actually buys and sells that type of product. And, you know, they are looking for that type of stuff, but if they've got someone like me who can bring them that deal, put that deal in front of them, and they can do that deal with the seller, they will pay me a finder's fee happily. So I pass that to my contact who is looking for, I know they are looking for this type of product all the time, you know, bulk ingredient product, and pass them the deal. And, you know, in under an hour they had agreed the deal and sold that on to their customer and paid me a £600 finder's fee, which I got paid within 24 hours. And so this is what I'm talking about. You can go and deep dive into specific niches and get finder's fees very, very quickly, because firstly, you can use my buyer contacts, and secondly, if you go and spend time finding that type of product, you've got a great opportunity of making money very, very quickly, like I did. And this is just one of the many deals that I can do very, very quickly. Just finding the right inventory and trying to reverse here and having the right contacts. Well, obviously you've got the right contacts because you've got my contacts that you can use if you're in my coaching program. So all you need to do is focus on finding the right inventory, okay? So what I will say is that industry of the food ingredients industry, it might just seem like mind-blowing to you. You know, how you can make money from food ingredients that people use in manufacturing. Trust me, it's a huge industry. If you can find bulk food ingredients in any country, it doesn't matter which country you are, if you target companies that either manufacture food ingredients or import food ingredients, then that is a great opportunity for you to get finder's fees very quickly, especially when I've got the contacts for you guys. Hey Roman, how you doing, Roman? Happy Saturday. Olantunji, how you doing, my friend? Matt, how is the best way to locate closeout merchandise? You're from Manchester. Okay, so there's many ways of finding closeout merchandise. I teach how to find closeout. We call it surplus in the UK, surplus inventory. In America, they call it closeout. Okay. You know, there's many ways that I teach in my coaching program. If you wanna learn the best ways, okay, you need to get into my coaching program, because I teach my guys, and they'll tell you. I teach lots and lots of great methods to go and find surplus inventory. Now, you know, a lot of people are looking for closeouts just to resell, to retail themselves. That's fine. That's fine. I actually have a training program on how to go and find surplus inventory at over 90% off retail prices. And you know, I teach people how not to find it, meaning don't go to closeout companies to find closeouts or surplus inventory. Don't buy surplus inventory or closeouts from closeout companies, because they want to make money on you. You need to be finding closeouts direct. Okay, that is what I teach. And what I'm teaching is, you need to be finding closeouts and surplus inventory direct from source, okay? Directly from the manufacturer, directly from the importer, directly from the distributor, and lots of other ways as well. You know, even retailers online, you can find lots of closeouts and surplus inventory. But yeah, Olantunji, you need to get into, if you want to learn and deep dive into these methods, you need to get into my coaching program, my friend, because it will pay you back many times. Okay, once you know. And there's a lot of great searches you can do on Google to find specific types of products under specific product categories within specific industries. Okay. And when you start learning to do that, what I teach basically is one, how you can earn finder's fees, okay, where you just go and find the inventory. I'll put a link in afterwards, and that is where you can make finder's fees, okay, where you don't even have to buy and sell anything, okay. So you know, you haven't got the worry of trying to buy it and then trying to sell it. All you have to do is find it, like I did with this deal that I've just done, this desiccated coconut in bulk that I found. Okay, I found three tons of it, and I just found a guy that would deal with that inventory. Okay, and you know, he did the deal and paid me £600 finder's fee. I did that. I found that inventory in under 20 minutes, and just passed that deal to someone who I know could do the deal on that inventory, and then just pay me a finder's fee. And that is a great, quick and easy method. It's what I think is the best way forward into this business, is just be a finder. Don't worry about actually having to buy and sell it. Once you start making finder's fees, then you can start learning how to buy and sell it yourself. Once you get some experience in finding inventory, okay, once you've got some experience under your belt, then you can start getting into how to buy and sell it yourself. And, you know, obviously you're going to make all the profit yourself. But a great entry point into this business, a great starting point into the surplus inventory business, is just going and finding inventory. And that's what I teach in my finder's fees coaching program. Olantunji says, is it possible to contact the manufacturer of surplus goods, and do you have a directory for it? There's no directory. There's just a lot of methods to go and find manufacturers. Okay, I teach ways to actually find manufacturers in any product category or industry. Okay, yes, there are directories but there's a lot of techniques to go and find these types of directories. Okay, there's a lot of industries where you can find different types of manufacturers that I teach. Okay, you don't buy these directories, you find these types of directories online. Okay, but there's specific ways of contacting these companies, and you know, there's specific letters that you have to email them to get engagement from them, to get their attention. Okay, you've got to remember, there's a lot of companies there's a lot of other people trying to get hold of surplus inventory. Okay, you know, there's a lot of manufacturers receiving emails from lots of people. You need to get noticed. Okay, you need to get yourself noticed from these types of companies, and obviously, you know, if you learn from an expert, if you invest in yourself and learn from an expert like myself, who's been in the business nearly 30 years, and let me hold you by the hand and help you actually do deals, okay, actually help you do the deal, and make money in this industry, then you're gonna start making money a lot faster. Okay, you can obviously try and do it yourself and overcome a lot of obstacles and hit a lot of walls, but it's going to take you a lot longer to start making money in this business. That's why a lot of guys are joining my coaching program, because they are actually, you know, they're moving forward a lot quicker by learning what I teach. So guys, I'll put some links in the comments box shortly after this video's finished. But that was my video today on how I found how I made £600 finder's fee in under an hour, sitting in a cafe. Okay, and it was in a specific industry, the food ingredients industry. And strongly advise you to go and find, you know, the food industry is just one massive industry where you can make some great finder's fees. You go and find some surplus inventory of food, bulk surplus food ingredients, and I'm telling you now, you can be making some good money very quickly if you can find that inventory. So I will leave it at that, guys, and I will catch up with you next week with some more videos, and we'll do some more lives, and I will catch up with you soon. One last question before you go, from Olatunji. Matt, do you concentrate on UK market only? No, not at all. I look for inventory all over the UK, Europe and the USA. They're the areas that I go and look. That's because I've got buyer contacts in those areas. Okay, I've got buyer contacts all over the world, but I concentrate on the UK, all of Europe, the whole of Europe. I will look for surplus inventory. I will look for surplus inventory in the USA. You know, if I get offered surplus inventory in the USA, I can find buyers for it in the USA. Does that make sense? So yeah, you can look for inventory. Or the only places I won't look for inventory for closeout or surplus is China, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. Okay, it's very difficult. It does not work. Okay, it does not work. You can find inventory there, but the deal doesn't work because the shipping costs are too high, and also you can get involved with problems. You know, that you can end up getting really bad stock from these places. They can sell you a load of shit basically, and you can end up getting your fingers burnt. Okay, and you can end up losing money, or your contacts that you've passed the deal to can end up losing money, and that's not a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that, guys. But yeah, go and look for inventory in UK, Europe, USA. You know, they're the ones that I focus on. UK, all of Europe, and USA. That is enough places for you to go and find surplus inventory, guys. Obviously, you can look further afield. If you're based in Africa, you can look for companies in Africa. That's fine. If you're in the Middle East, you can look for companies in the Middle East. You know, manufacturers, importers, distributors. And, you know, there are buyers in the Middle East that we can move that inventory to. Yeah, that's fine. Personally, I just look for inventory in UK, Europe, and the USA. But of course, whatever country you're in, you can focus on that area. If you're in Australia, you can look for manufacturers, importers, distributors, etc. in Australia. And we can find buyer contacts in Australia to do a deal on that inventory. Does that make sense? So, yeah. We will leave it at that for the minute, guys. Any more questions, put it in the comments and I will answer them later on. I will see you guys soon. Have a good rest of the weekend. And hi to all you guys that have just joined this group. I hope you're all well and enjoying this group and the information and videos you've seen so far. It's a pleasure to meet you. And if you've got any questions, you're welcome to message me anytime. I will see you guys very soon. All the best. Peace.